What's up, guys? It's Techno Viking 23 coming to you today with another episode in my Raid Shadow Legends free-to-play series. We are on day 57 of our free-to-play account, quickly approaching the 2-month anniversary of this account, where we will get the epic champion Yaga the Insatiable. Today we're going to get a nice login reward of 150 gems, which is pretty good. And the next couple of days will give us some artifacts and an epic skill book. So, pretty cool. Let's go ahead and get through all of these daily offers, since this is a full-blown free-to-play account. We do not want to take part in any of these except for this one. Now, this is kind of something interesting Polarium has started to do with the game. They've actually been putting in these free goodie bags. There's no energy in the one today, but usually the last couple days these have all had an energy refill, which has been pretty cool. But it's kind of an interesting thing they've changed. There's been one of these every day for about the last week, I think. And some are speculating it maybe they're just trying to get you into the store so that you might try to buy another pack. Maybe this is going to become the daily login reward. If you guys didn't know, once you get through the actual daily login rewards, I don't know how far these go out. I think it's maybe 270 days. But once you get through that calendar, there's actually nothing that continues on past the last champion they have. So a lot of people are speculating they're going to create a new login calendar, or possibly even start doing like a different type of daily reward. So that's kind of interesting. All right, let's grab our free silver. Make sure we log into the clan for the day. And let's see what's in the market. I do not see any mystery shards, which is kind of unfortunate, so we are probably going to have to buy a champion. So I guess we'll just get the cheapest guy we can get here. We'll use him as food later. And let's see what our quests look like today. We got our typical fight in the arena 5 times, summon 3 champions, 7 campaign battles. And then we got some advanced quests. We're actually working our way toward another 3-day experience boost, which is going to be pretty big for us. But let's go ahead and take a look at how the account's coming along here. We did get Frozen Banshee up to level 60, and we are working now on getting her fully ascended for our clan boss team. Have been working on starting to build another set of 5-star food champions, and then we've actually collected quite a few of the rares we need to start working on the rosin Scarhide fusion, so that's good too. Skull Crusher is going to be our next level 60. That's going to be mainly for clan boss, and then also for dungeons and a few other things. And then we've got a couple other projects we're working on. Bogwalker is still kind of in our clan boss team, but he's eventually going to be replaced by this Coffin Smasher that we did pick up. I also did get Hex Weaver, and we're sort of working on her. Since I do not really have a good healing or support champion right now, she's going to kind of step into that role for this account. Otherwise, we're just kind of focusing on building up some 5-star food to get Skull Crusher up to 50. And hopefully he's going to be pretty good here. You can see we've got a uncommon ready to go at 40, so we just need to build up one more 4-star champion to feed into her and give us another character. That's 5-star food there, so that's what we're kind of working on right now. I don't know if we have enough here to get 3 levels. Let's just go ahead and jump in and do our campaign battles, and hopefully that'll give us some stuff to do there. Alright, clan boss. Let's go ahead and claim our clan boss reward. Hopefully that's something decent. Attack, crit rate, crit damage. Okay, cool. Good piece. We will keep that. We can come back later and do the clan boss. Let's go ahead. Actually, first I'm going to go into arena so we can go ahead and do our 5 matches and then get our energy refill. Still using the same arena team. Kale's the only 60 right now. Eventually we're going to try to build up Gorgorab and Ward Maiden. Dune Strider's kind of filling in a backup nuke role right now. As I said in the other video, she's got that really nice AoE and then an additional attack when she hits a crit. So we're building her for a lot of crit rate, crit damage. And then Ward Maiden for her defense down, which we need to sort of start working on her. But That's kind of the thing with a new account. It's always so difficult to stay focused on one area. And right now we're just trying to focus on building up a couple of level 60s just to make overall content in the game much easier to go through. Oh, that was a big hit there. Dang. Okay, well, it looks like we could beat this team, but apparently not. That is tough. That's Infernal Baron. We actually have her at level 40. It's one of the champions that I wanted to build at some point, so we should be able to beat an individual Spirit Host. This should not be that hard. Yeah, Kale should just one-shot her. That's pretty simple there. So there is an arena tournament going on. Also, you saw we did get some arena tournament points there. There's a lot of tournaments and stuff going on right now. It is a Fragment Fusion event this weekend to get Elgato, one of the new legendaries, left over from the Halloween event. So that's kind of going on right now. We're not really involved too much with that on this account because it is very difficult when you are free to play, especially in the early stages of your account, to sort of pursue those tournaments. It's just hard to have all the resources on hand to continually go after those for a couple of days in a row. But you can see here we're getting 2 gold medals per battle now, which is good. We're able to sort of got 136 so far, so we're stocking up on those medals to eventually start working on our Great Hall, which is going to be a very important aspect of the game here. All right, there we go. I don't know if that's 4, it is 5, so that's good. We're done with that. We're almost into gold 2. So moving on up in the world in the arena. Let's go ahead and get our energy refill. And let's take a look and see what kind of missions. Okay, we're on 25 lesser force potions, and unfortunately I think the force keep was yesterday and I just forgot to do that. That would have been really easy to get finished. We're on part 2 of 4 of the Arbiter missions, building our way up toward that Sacred Shard at the end there. But you can see we are working on our Great Hall on the accuracy side of things. I think our next Great Hall challenge is to get one to rank 4, so we're kind of holding off on updating anything else until we get that challenged here, and then we will easily complete that. Champion challenge, we are just at the part where we have to upgrade champions to rank 6 and then use 4 level 60s, artifact, 30,000 HP, so we're working our way through these challenges pretty well. We have to steal a shield buff from the Magic Guardian. So we need to get an actual specific champion that has that ability. And then this one we might be able to get this done. It's going to take about 2 weeks to do that though, and then upgrade 3 Great Hall bonuses to level 5. That's going to take a little bit of time, but we're actually on part 3 of 3. So once we have these done, we will be completely finished with the arena challenges. So that is pretty cool, especially this early on in the account. They've definitely made the arena much more accessible for earlier players. Let me just see here if I have 1 charm at the forge. Okay, that's an easy advanced quest to do. So we'll go ahead and build a perception artifact. Let's go with gauntlets and see what we have over here. Let's go with crit rate, see if we can get lucky here. Speed boots, okay, not bad. Crit rate and resistance, cool. We'll keep those. I really like the perception set, and it's actually very good also if you're a newer player to kind of try to build these perception artifacts, because accuracy and speed are 2 of the more important statistics in the game that you need. So that's definitely a nice addition there. The forge kind of lets you work on getting those different types of gear. So let's go ahead and go into the campaign real quick, and we're going to do the campaign battles. We have moved up to farm Bad Alcazar here. We're trying to get some better lifesteal equipment on this account, so that's kind of why we've been working on him. See, I had these rosin champs in here I was working on leveling them up. We did get a new Void champion the other day. I didn't go over her yet. Skirmisher, she's not amazing. She does have a 2-hit on her A1, and then a decreased turn meter on her second ability, plus an attack also. Not amazing, just a very straightforward kit that's okay. And since she's a Void champion, she's not affinity weak, so we're kind of keeping her around. And we'll probably use her possibly in the Fire Knight dungeon for now. So let's see who we can stick in here to level, basically be cannon fodder, while Kale hopefully kills everyone. That's kind of how we have to do it right now when we're going after food champions. But we have to do, I believe, 7 campaign battles today. So we should be able to get through this fairly easily. All of our lower levels are going to get killed off almost instantly here, and then we just have to hope Kale can get through this. But he's struggling a little bit. We might have to switch down to Palace of Arabia if he can't do this. Yeah, this is looking, I don't know, we'll see. Kale can hit pretty hard now, and he's got lifesteal, so usually he's okay. And there we go. All right, cool. So we got Militia. You notice here we're getting all kinds of points. There's a bunch of tournaments going on right now. I'll go over those in just a minute. But basically you're getting points for any new champions you get and also any level ups you get on your champions. That's kind of what they're doing this weekend. Everything's got a fragment reward in it that you're kind of chasing. You know, like I said, we're not really paying much attention to those right now, but we are still participating in them where we can, if we're capable, because it's important to try to get some of the other lower tier rewards. You can often get energy, you can get brews to level up your characters, you can get gems, you can get silver, so it's always important to kind of go after, you know, what you reasonably can with the resources you have. So you know, we'll definitely see if we can what we can do there. All right, 4-star flat defense. That's an instant sell. Keep on going here. Just trying to build up our lifesteal gear. Trying to get some better gear for Skull Crusher actually, because I want to start using him more often in our clan boss team. But he's just really squishy right now because we haven't been able to build him up much with his gear. I recently did manage to get him in, I think, all 5-star defense percentage gear for his lower gear pieces, but it's all common stuff that doesn't have great substats, so you know, it's kind of tough to build up his defense to where it needs to be with, you know, him still having the speed he needs. But we'll get there. It's a long it's a long run at this point. It's not a sprint. We're going more for a distance run here with this account. And there also was a 2x Sacred Shard summoning event this weekend. HP percent, but they're 3-star. We're going to go ahead and sell those. Unfortunately, we don't have any Sacred Shards because I think I've only gotten one, no, maybe 2 so far in this account. And I've used both of them immediately when I got them to try to see if I could get, you know, a decent epic or legendary, because it can be really account changing early on if you pull a good legendary. But the one thing now with this account is I'm kind of in the mode where I'm going to start saving my shards, as hard as that is for me to do, because I love to pull shards in this game. I talked about it before, just the excitement of like, oh, maybe I'll get something good. But I'm going to start hoarding all my ancient shards, the void shards, the sacred shards that we get at the end of the month, and keeping those until these pull events come up so we can start really improving the roster. Because at this point, I feel like we're almost 2 months in. We're going to get Yaga at the end of this month, which he might wind up being 4-star food because I already have Frozen Banshee and I already have Kale. So I don't really need a Poisoner for Clan Boss now. So I might be able to use him as a 4-star chicken for somebody. But we have enough good champions on the roster so far that I think we can just start building versus worrying about acquiring more. That's good. See, that's what I'm talking about. Like sometimes the RNG doesn't work out for you. Kale bought the farm there, but we'll come back and hopefully win this round. So I think the roster's in a pretty good spot. I'm starting to kind of see some people we can use in different dungeons. You know, eventually we're going to want to start farming Dragon Dungeon and Minotaur as well to start building up some mastery scrolls for our characters and to start getting some of that better gear. And I eventually also need to focus on 3-starring the entire Brutal campaign, which is something I'm going to try to do this weekend. Now that Frozen Banshee is 60, I'm not sure if she and Kale will be able to do it, or if he's going to need a support champion with him, but we will, you know, we're going to see if we can get that to work. And that'll give us another Sacred Shard, which is pretty good. I want to try to do that by the end of the day tomorrow, because if I can get it done, I can pull that Sacred during the 2x, and we can try to see if we get anything good with it. I don't know if that's 7 yet. Let's see if we use 50 energy. Okay, I don't think it's going to give me the... I think we need to do one or two more. I lost track. Usually when I'm sitting here doing this, I just lose track of how many I need. So, but yeah, I think from now on, we're going to start saving shards for shard pull events and just see if we can get some better champions that way. Because we have enough right now to focus on, and we need to be very laser focused. I'm trying to stay focused on this account. One of my problems with this game, I've mentioned it before, is I have this issue on my main account all the time, but it's much further along at this point where I'm kind of trying to focus on end game dungeons on my main account. But it's like I'll get a new champion, and I'm like, yeah, I was supposed to be working on this guy, but this guy looks cool. Let me put some gear on him. Let me theory craft with him. Let me play with him for a while. And then a couple days go by, and you're like, oh, wait, wasn't I working on this other thing for my clan boss team? Or, there's always something to do. And I think that's one of the reasons I really like this game is it just feels like there's always something to do. And even for a mobile game, a lot of times I compare this to like Marvel Strike Force or Star Wars Galaxy Heroes. It's like I get on those games and I play for like 15, 20 minutes and I'm done. Like I'm completely finished. I know there's nothing else I can do. I don't have any energy. I don't want to pay or use my crystals in the game to get more energy. But with Raid, it's like I can play Raid for an hour or two easily. To a point where I'm like, okay, I've got enough. I'm satisfied with my play session. Like I can come through here and I can farm the campaign. But then when I run out of energy, I can go do the clan boss, or I can go do the faction wars, or I can spend time gearing my champions and trying to build them up a little bit. So there's always something to do in this game. I know people love to rag on Raid all the time about, oh, it's just a cheap mobile game, but I don't know. You get really down into it. There's a lot of cool things going on with this game, and I think it appeals to a certain type of person in that way. Where if you kind of like that min max, or you like to manage your gear, you like to have a lot of different things to do. It can be feel very rewarding and very fun to play in that aspect. So I think that's really the main reason I like the game. All right, so there we go. We got our 7 campaign battles finished, and you can kind of see down here we still need to go. This is our end goal right here, to get to 252. So we got a ways to go. We got to come all the way back here to stage 4 and start working on 3-starring all this content here, which can be tough because we haven't even gotten out to here yet in Brutal. So that's kind of where we stand right now. All right, let's go look at our quests. We did our 50 energy. We did our 7 campaign battles. So basically, we're pretty much done other than some. We only have 2 shards. I think we're going to get a 3rd one here. So let's go pull these mystery shards. You can see here, unfortunately, we don't have anything for sacreds, which it's actually a good 2x to pull on sacreds because you can see here, you get a 12% chance at a legendary. That's the best you're going to have from anything. So that is a really good time. The epic chance really doesn't matter much because you pretty much always get epics from sacreds, but having that 12% shot at a legendary is always pretty good. But let's see if we can get lucky and get some blues from greens, because we need 3-star champions to feed right now. Is the main reason. Looks like we're just gonna get. We got back-to-back Sister Militant. Make it 3 in a row. Oh. Pikeman had to come in there and ruin it for us. Alright, there's our 3 summons. Now we can go into the Tavern and see what we can do here. Alright, so we did get this guy too. Let's go ahead and put some levels on him. So we're just going to feed these commons. That will get our daily quest complete. And one of the other guys I did start working on too is we did get an Armiger, who is an uncommon champion, but he's actually endgame viable. We're not going to be spending a lot of time on him, but we're just going to be kind of leveling him up and trying to get him built up to 4 or 5 stars. We're not going to be using him that much right away, but he's somebody we'll be able to use later on in the end game. Alright, let's see who has gear that we want to try to. You see here I was talking about Coffin Smasher. We actually managed to get him the gauntlets and the chest piece. The stats are not great. There's too many flat stats on a lot of these, but right now it's like the best we can do. So I'm trying to get him some better boots too. But you know, we kind of have to make do with what we've got right now. Like, I'm not really a fan of having to use the resilience set on him up here. I wish I had something better. Even like flat defense would probably be better off, but I just don't have good rolls really on any of the pieces I have. So kind of just doing what we can do at this point to survive. So let's try to find some gear here on somebody. I guess we go shield guard. We could just do 4 upgrade attempts on him real quick. He's someone I use in the spider dungeon. You know, people might be wondering why I have this uncommon champion and actually have gear on him. But it's mainly because he's useful in the early game spider dungeon. Alright, there's our 4 artifact attempts, so that is good. Trying not to spend all my silver right now, so. Okay, let's go ahead and claim that. We got all our daily quests complete. Weekly quests, we are at 2 out of 5, and then we need to go play the dungeons a little bit to finish that one. Monthly quest, we are basically finished with. We just have 3 more daily quests to finish, and then we will get our void and our sacred at the end of the month, which we're going to hang on to both of those till the next event, and hopefully do that there. Alright, so most of these I'll do later on after the video is over, but let's go ahead and we could go into the dungeon and go ahead and get that done. I think there's actually a spider tournament going on right now, but I really don't want to do the spider. So I'm just going to run dragon real quick here. We have worked our way up to, looks like stage 9. That's pretty good, and that's chance at a 3 to 5. So let's see. Not real sure. Let's just stick with stage 7 right now because it's easy for my magic champions. So we'll throw Dune Strider back in, Frozen Banshee back in, and I guess we'll put Gorgorab in there as well. Do 3 runs of this real quick to get the advanced quest finished. This is a pretty solid team. And actually, Gorgorab, a lot of people think he's just an arena champion, but he's actually really good at dungeons as well. Mainly for his turn meter boost and also his revive mechanic that he has. So you can actually use Gorgorab late game in a lot of dungeons. He's a pretty good character. Then we've got Doomstrider on the right here. She's actually turning into one of my favorite rare characters. Alright, we got an attack percentage with accuracy, HP. I don't like the flat step. This otherwise is not a terrible piece. We'll go ahead and keep it for now. But yeah, Doomstrider was released, I think, during the last, the fusion for, I think it's Vergumcar, the giant, like, lizard Tootsie Roll guy that they brought out. A lot of people overlook her, but she's actually pretty strong. I love using her in arena. She's got some great abilities. Specifically, she's got an AoE where it hits, and then if she hits a critical on it, she gets to take an extra turn and do a single target attack, which is pretty cool. And we've basically been building her with crit rate and crit damage, so she's just straight up damage there. We'll get rid of this. And do one more here to finish up the advanced quest for the day. But yeah, so early on in the game, you're going to get a lot of magic champions. It just feels like every champion I wind up getting is magic affinity, which is good and bad, because one of the things you'll struggle with in an early account is just having affinity weaknesses toward like spirit and force and void. So you kind of want to have a pretty well-rounded roster there. Defense accuracy, that's actually not a terrible shield. Let's hang on to that for now. So that advanced quest is done. And let's see what we got. So like I was saying, there's a bunch of events going on right now. You can see here that we've got a Dungeon Diver event going on. You see we've got some fragments there for Elgato, and we're doing okay. I'd love to get all the way down here to get some shards, but it does not look like this is only, well, this lasts for another 2 days, so you never know. But it's kind of a struggle to get all the way to the end there. And is that the only thing going on right now? Yep, I guess so. There were a bunch of other ones earlier today, it seems like, but. And then tournaments is where there's a bunch of stuff going on right now. So we have the spider tournament up top, where you can get some more fragments. And there's a 4-star chicken here. We may try to just get these bottom a couple rewards. You can see here the numbers are not super high yet. People generally do not enjoy running the Spider Dungeon. There's Champion Chase, which has got 15 fragments up for grabs. And you can see we're just kind of, by playing the game, we're already at 179, so we should be able to get the initial fragment, 750. That's kind of high for the XP boost, but you can see people all the way up the top already at 2,500. There's the Classic Arena tournament, which we already finished. That was pretty easy. Anytime you're on a newer account, this is one of the easier tournaments to do, but you can see here we're way down the bottom, way down the list here. Most people are farming the arena, it looks like. And then there is Champion Training. And we're at 39, so a ways to go. We got 3 days, though, so we might be able to grab a couple early rewards here, but these tournaments are all kind of out of reach for us right now. We look at the fragment summons. We actually do have 30 shards, so not too bad, but I don't think we're going to get enough to be close to finishing her off. I stopped calling him him. It's a her. Pretty cool looking champion, actually. Really like the look of it. I did get her on my main account, so I may kind of show that off a little bit, but haven't really had a chance to start using her yet. But she looks pretty cool. Like I said the other day, kind of like a Castlevania type villain, so very cool looking champion. But, you know, these fragment events right now, you know, it kind of is what it is. Kind of just go for it and see what you can get there. All right, let's claim our stuff from our daily goodie bag. And I think that's going to do it, guys. About almost 30 minutes here. That's kind of what I want to keep these videos down to. So I also made another video today on the Mass Effect news of the new Mass Effect Legendary Edition coming. So if that's something you're interested in, check that out. It's on the channel as well. I hope you guys are enjoying this little series. If you have any questions at all about anything you saw in the video or any questions about Raid in general, feel free to leave it down below in the comments. I hope you guys are having a great day. As always, thank you for watching, and I will see you again next time.